Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Alright folks, so today's the day. Today's the first day where it feels like it's official. We're officially in election season, or at least officially in primary season. In other words, it's about to get real. It's about to get real exciting and of course real interesting. And well, you might argue it already has become quite interesting, as the first Republican primary debate is about to happen in a couple days if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually just double check so I don't sound like a complete fool. So yep, the debate is happening on Wednesday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe, on Fox News with Brett Baer and Martha McCallum as moderators or hosts. And the drama, the discussion, the headlines have already started as, apparently, based on reports that we're seeing, Donald Trump is skipping the first debate, not to hide from the spotlight, but instead to team up with Tucker Carlson and do a rival event, a one-on-one event, at the exact same time. Folks, there's a lot of angles, a lot of things that people are saying. I gotta give you guys my opinion. We gotta talk about it like we usually do. So let's do exactly that. Let's roll the tape. Alright friends, so here's the headline from the Post-Millennial. Donald Trump chooses Tucker Carlson interview over GOP debate on Fox News. President Donald Trump plans to skip the GOP debate and instead take an interview with Tucker Carlson. Trump is the frontrunner by double digits in the 2024 GOP presidential primary, and some polls show him beating President Joe Biden in a general election. Trump released this statement earlier in the year. I see that everybody is talking about the Republican debates, but nobody got my approval or the approval of the Trump campaign before announcing them. When you're leading by seemingly insurmountable numbers, and you have hostile networks with angry Trump and MAGA-hating anchors asking the quote questions, why subject yourself to being libeled and abused? Also, the second debate is being held at the Reagan Library, the chairman of which is amazingly Fred Ryan, the publisher of the Washington Post. No. He also released this statement recently. I think he released this statement on August 17th, so maybe roughly 3 days from when you guys are watching this video. Many people are asking whether or not I will be doing the debates. All Americans have been clamoring for a president of extremely high intelligence. As everyone is aware, my poll numbers over a wonderful field of Republican candidates are extraordinary. In fact, I am leading the runner-up, whoever that may now be, by more than 50 points. Reagan didn't do it, and neither did others. People know my record, one of the best ever, so why would I debate? I'm your man, make America great again. Alright, so that's basically Trump's angle, and I want to try to cover all angles. We're going to get into all the different elements here. Firstly, let's start off with what Trump said earlier in relation to Fox News. Why would he engage in debates with hostile networks like Fox News, who are obviously going to put ahead Trump-hating anchors as moderators? Brett Baer's the perfect example. Why would he do that? Why would he subject himself to that during the primary process? It makes no sense. He's been there, done that. You know, when it comes to that angle or that perspective, I give him 100% credit. I totally agree that they'd obviously try to stack the deck against him, and so I understand his logic as to why he wouldn't want to participate. And it's not like he's not participating at all. He's just choosing a different venue. I think from his perspective, he's sending a clear message. He's saying, look, I'm on the Tucker Carlson faction, not the Fox News faction. I actually really appreciate that because obviously you guys know I'm done with the legacy media. I think most of you guys are as well. Why is it that these few networks owned by media oligarchs get to control the news cycle, the flow of information, and the election process leading up to Election Day? It's bogus. They never coordinated with him personally or the Trump campaign ahead of the debates. Why is Fox News entitled to host these debates and not Tucker Carlson? If anything, the way that I view it is that Trump's showing up on Tucker, and if any of these other Republicans had an ounce of integrity or the cojones to do the right thing, they'd go on Tucker too. Tucker should be launching the debates. But instead, they're a bunch of establishmentarian Republicans, and they're all gonna fall in line and go on Fox News. How about screw Fox News? I think what Trump is doing here is masterful and tactical. Fox News' ratings are gonna plummet. Nobody's gonna watch the debate without Donald Trump. Everyone's gonna watch Tucker. The legacy media doesn't have power anymore, and in my view, that's a beautiful thing. And if more politicians took these kinds of actions, they'd have less and less power moving forward. You know, Trump's playing a tactical game here. Even CNN is reporting on that fact.
Donald Trump's team and Tucker Carlson about an interview around the same time on Wednesday. Of course, this all comes as Donald Trump is feuding openly with Fox News and Rupert Murdoch, and Tucker Carlson clearly has left Fox News. And so some motivations there, I think, behind the scenes. I'm also told that Donald Trump's team wants some of his surrogates to represent him at the debate, especially if he is not there. People like Byron Donalds, a congressman from Florida, as well as Matt Gaetz, another congressman from Florida, and Carrie Lake, the gubernatorial candidate in Arizona. All of these people potentially there to represent him in his absence. And one more thing, Poppy, that I find really interesting that I've been picking up in my conversations is that Donald Trump has been telling people, this week even, that there was a dinner last month where Fox News executives, the president Jay Wallace, as well as their chief executive Suzanne Scott, they traveled to Bedminster and encouraged Donald Trump to participate in the debate. And Trump personally is telling people he thinks that shows that Fox is worried about ratings without him. And so he's feeling like he's in a strong position not to attend.
He knows that Fox is nothing without him. In a way, he's doing the Lord's work. Does it suck? It really does. I would have loved to see Donald Trump get on that stage and make the rest of these candidates, especially the most dishonest of them, look like Jeb Bush 2.0. I'd absolutely love it. But he has another goal in mind, and I respect it. A lot of people are saying that he's a coward. He's running away from the challenge. I don't think that's the case. I think at some point he's probably going to participate in a debate. There's also speculation that he might send a surrogate to the Fox News debate. Not exactly sure how that's going to work out, but I guess really anything is possible. I think Trump is trying to test new tactics. He's trying new things. He's clearly frustrated and unhappy with Fox News, and I don't blame him. And so he's playing a game here. He's playing the game because he knows the game. Remember this moment from back in 2016?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough
a lot
is
of
it?
times, that's all of his donors and special interests out there. So that's what it is. And by the way, let me just tell you, we needed tickets. You can't get them. You know who has the tickets I'm talking about to the television audience? Donors, special interests, the people that are putting up the money. So it is. The RNC told us we have all donors in the audience, and the reason they're not loving me, the reason they're not loving me is I don't want their money. I'm going to do the right thing for the American public. I don't want their money. I don't need their money, and I'm the only one up here that can say that. Eminent domain.
The guy is up 50 points. What's the point? Why would he subject himself to an onslaught from the audience, the anchors, the networks, when he really doesn't have to? In 2016, he started at the bottom and he worked his way all the way to the top, like a freaking bowling ball, knocking every pin all over the place. It's a little bit different now. I mean, he's in a position of power. That's why Fox News is probably begging him to show up, because they know they're losing millions without him on that stage. And he's sending a very clear message: screw you guys.
Screw you guys.
I'm going on Tucker Carlson's new Twitter show. I think it's pretty badass. And you know what? This is the type of thing that I've been saying forever that Trump needs to be doing. I think all presidential candidates should be doing the same thing, relying less on these corporate media outlets and doing independent media tours. This is why so badly I want the Joe Rogan Donald Trump thing to happen, because these moments are going to break the internet. So I'm kind of in this position where the more I think about it, I want Donald Trump to debate so bad. I want him to go on that stage and I want him to really unleash. I want to see 2016 Trump once again. High energy, hitting those notes. But at the same time, it makes sense. Of course, there's the DeSantis faction and all the leftist media claiming that he's afraid to debate. But Trump's not afraid. You mean to tell me that Donald Trump, the man who, back in 2016, absolutely BTFO'd like 16 challengers, Trump who over the last 8 years has faced political persecution of the highest magnitude, and during his 4 years in office, while the entire establishment worked against him, he still got things done. He still managed to somehow put together a great track record. You mean to tell me that that guy, man versus machine, Trump, David versus Goliath, is scared of Ron DeSantis? Give me a break. Trump's going to debate when the time is right. I think he wants to feel out the competition, let the first debate go on, send a message to Fox News, see who could possibly be perceived as a threat in the audience. I mean, to be honest, the whole thing might be a complete dud. I don't know how many people are on the stage this time. Let's just throw a random number. Let's say there's going to be like 8 people on the stage. Maybe they're they're all going to make fools of themselves. As Donald Trump's not there, they're all just going to be going, oh, but Trump this and Trump that and Trump this and Trump that, which is the obvious trap that all these politicians keep falling into, making their elections about Donald Trump rather than about themselves and their policies, vision, what they actually want to do. It's very possible that the audience watches the crowd there and is just thoroughly unimpressed by the options on display, and Trump in the end just ends up going up in the polls. If that works, it's a strategic genius move. If the opposite happens, well then he still has time to come back in, show up for the next debate, and ruffle a few feathers, let's call it. TLDR, I guess, conclusion of the video. I don't blame him. I see it. It makes sense. If I was Trump, I wouldn't want to go to a debate with Brett Baer as the moderator either. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.